I bumped old Drake. It wasn't new Drake.
Are you blaming UMG, or are you just
For
the lack of music or good music?
no. UMG, in my opinion, UMG has nothing to do with production. They just distribute.
You think he's just toying with them?
Drake? No. I don't think Drake's toying. But what I am hearing, and this is not a music pod, so you guys do with this as you wish. What I am hearing, Drake needs to drop it.
Can't mess with the
beef?
higher ups.
Huh?
No,
He needs
it
to drop
has
the
nothing to do with the beef.
No, the beef is
It is what it is.
yeah. It's him suing UMG and yeah, just
It's not because of Kendrick. You know what I mean? They basically made sure, yo, Kendrick, we gonna put your numbers up, and we gonna dismantle Drake, so that when Drake comes back to the table, hey, Poppy, there's a new sheriff in town, and your numbers are looking pretty. So that's why.
well,
In my opinion, that's one layer of the situation. Obviously, there's a lot more to.
he's
just
right.
that.
The whole numbers thing is wrong though.
His
Drake.
numbers are still
Yeah.
the streaming number one. Cool.
Now that is old numbers. That's the one thing because everybody and all these posts, oh, Drake's still the number one. Yes, but if you break down why he's number one, it's not any of his new stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody's like, oh, Drake's still number one. That's cool, but he's number one still because of Take Care. Nothing was the same. If you're reading this, it's not. Honestly, never mind.
Yeah.
But tomato. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of what you break it down into, he's still number one. So you can't really take that away from him. But before we get into anything more, let me just introduce the guys, my salvajes.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Patreon exclusive episode of the Savages in the Box. You guys know who I'm here with. I'm here with two fine gentlemen, okay? Far right. The one and the only, your favorite first baseman, two-time Fantasy Football League champion, one-time Carney Softball Men's champion, okay?
Yeah.
Give it up for Eli, a.k.a. Mark Teixeira. All right? To the right of me, none other than Poppy Jet F10, okay? He's now 0-2 in the count. But so is Juan Soto, and he ends up hitting a bomber. So this next pitch, you better square the fuck up, kid.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're out of here.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm gonna have to put in Ray.
let's also put a round of applause for my boy Poppy F10.
Yeah.
What's good? What's good, guys? How we feeling?
What's goody? Good. I maybe not good news, but an opportunity to go to Washington. My boy Eddie in Texas. We all know that he is a coach out there, and I would say a hitting coach. So he loves it out there. There's a big thing happening in Washington where all the training coaches and hitting coaches go there, kind of mingle, intertwine, obviously share their socials.
Yeah.
But it's just, you just pick up and learn, obviously. So he was like, hey, I'm in the area, pull up, see the environment, talk to people, obviously.
Now this is not part of the winter meetings, right? This is
No.
Because the winter meetings, I think, happens in Texas, if I'm correct.
I want to say yes. But he's like, come through. It's a 3-day thing. So I'm thinking about taking him up on that, because that would be a pretty cool experience.
Okay. That's fire. And I love DC. That's one of those cities that I really like. I like top 5 in my opinion in the cities I've went to. I don't really know where we left off with the Drake and Kendrick, but we're not here for Drake and Kendrick. I'm going to get right into Eli. We're going to pick on you again about this Ray and Jeff defense. So this past week in our group chat,
Yeah. Yo.
Actually, no, let's start from here, right? Jeff and Eli took it upon themselves to go play basketball. They went to play basketball with a few friends. I'm not going to say the name that I called them.
Yeah.
Okay. With a few friends. Apparently, it got a little chippy. We're not here for what happened on the court. You guys can, take that upon yourselves if you guys want to explain. What I'm here to say though is then eventually Eli started picking on, quote unquote picking on Jeff's defensive
woes.
So then you know me, Captain Messi. All right, and I'm not named Lionel. I ask Eli because those that are viewing slash listening, your boy is also not that great on defense. But hey, offensively, have a day with me. Have a day with me.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're here for. So then I go and ask Eli, who's better? No, I said who's worse, right? Or who's better?
I think you said who's better.
Who's better?
Yeah.
So I asked Eli, who is better defensively between me and Papi F10 here?
Yeah.
Eli decided to play. He said, I plead the fifth. And, you know, I did instigate a little bit, but I eventually let it go until Kendrick finally dropped, a.k.a. Eli, and gave us a whole defensive report between me and Papi Jad. Okay? So, not going to tell you what he said, but he gave me a C+ defensive rating and gave Jeff a C- defensive rating. What we here for today is you said there's a bunch of stuff you didn't add in this profile or in this rating.
Yeah. Well, that for me, that was just on-ball defense. It was just one part of the game where how you guys defensively can hang.
Okay. Before you get into the shit that you didn't say, I'll let you guys know. Listen, I'm gonna let you guys know. Basically, this is the only difference. This is literally the only difference why I'm C+ and he's C-. Okay? Jeff on-ball defense is
cement.
Yes.
Cement.
Ray on-ball defense. I said off-ball. Excuse me. On-ball defense. Ray on-ball defense also but could be whoa if I actually cared. Or tried, not cared.
Yeah.
Let me not say cared. Tried, but I'm lazy.
Yeah, I said lack of effort. When effort's there, yeah, you move your feet pretty well.
I appreciate that. Excuse me, that wasn't because of the hookah.
But no, the only reason why I was able to really knock it down on ball was because I got him on an ISO off a screen, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do 2 moves and go. Yeah, I'm not gonna play you, bro. It was a tween cross, and he got stuck on the tween and not the cross.
Nah, but this is the best part. This is the best part. Jeff, why'd you get crossed?
No, don't do that.
Why'd you get crossed? Tell the people on camera, why is it that you got crossed?
Okay, so
No. Answer the question.
What's the question?
Because I was in motion.
Okay. Salvajes.
No, man.
You don't get crossed stationary, right? Am I correct here? Like, am I off?
Yeah, but it's a difference when like I'm coming off of a pick and I'm helping and I pick up Eli, but I'm not knowing that he's gonna.
No.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. If I'm the Boston Celtics, right? If I'm the Boston Celtics, and I beat the Cavs 86-85 one day, right?
Okay.
But the next day I beat them 86-75. It's still a win, right?
Correct.
So regardless if it was off ball, on ball, off screen, you got hit, boy.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing that I didn't get hit. I'm just saying, like, if I wasn't in motion, it would have been a different scenario.
But my thing is, we see it like it was just I'm going off the screen, and Jeff was smart to go over, so he goes over the screen with me. So what happened is his momentum is now leaning to the right. I use that same momentum. I grab the ball. I obviously then go ahead, fake like I'm going that way, bring it back into a tween, and then he like got froze on that. And when I went left to right is where then the motioning of going the other way.
So you Jaylen Brown his Giannis. That's what you did.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Well, I'll let that
We're not here for that. Well, but my thing is with Jeff is just cement feet, and then being like he knows how to rotate, but it needs to be sooner. That's it.
Jeff,
Because the reason why I tell you it's not that he doesn't know. He knows, but you also have to know yourself that if you know you're not quick on your feet, you have to be ready in the spot before the ball even gets there.
Okay.
So sometimes that'll happen.
Jeff has always, and this is not me picking on you. This is me being that as Jeff has always had an issue with rotation,
which is fine, right? Because it's not like Jeff, you don't know that you have to be there.
He's just slow, or a little bit slower.
He's slower, but you knowing, like, if I know I can't do something, I have to know that, all right, I can't put myself in that position because I'm not good in that spot. Okay. So he has to know I got to be there because I'm a little slower. So if he gets there, he's able to now defend better. That was the only issue because obviously we were running freaking screens. And if he doesn't step up, if he's stepping up, it's late and it's already I'm in motion for a layup, which obviously no good.
So let's get to the goodies. The part that you didn't put down, what are they?
Was off ball.
Okay.
Off ball and anticipating in the lanes.
Okay.
Taking steals. That is one thing you do really well. You know that cross pass is going across. You pick that up. Jeff sees that that's just going to happen. And a tick slow.
Okay.
Because I could be on the other side and I see him react to it. And I'm just like, damn, my boy, if you're a little quicker. So it's like stuff like that laterally where I'm like, in here he has it, but then being able to now put that into action. Okay. That's my only issue. Okay. And then sometimes it's mental, offensively. But we don't have to go there. Because once the offense is clicking, defense comes in. Rather, for me, I'm the opposite. My defensive play is going to be there. Now you want to go ahead. Defense rises. Offensive, give me the ball. Yeah. Which is what happened. I got called out. All right, I'm scoring 3 in a row. And then you're going to have to pipe down. And then we're going to settle back in.
This is your chance to defend yourself, Jeff. Anything?
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, I'm just a little slow to the defense. That's really it. Okay. He's right that I cement my feet and I don't try to think on what the next move is. So when I cement my feet, I'm thinking that he's just going to stay in front of me.
Or sometimes reacting off the first move.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we offensively, like you do it, offensively, you set the person up to then get to the direction you want to go to. Sometimes he knows at that point on ball, I'm slower. I have to now adjust to that first move. They hit them with the first move, and now they're by. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to sit on that first move and then go. And then it's a defensive mind. Like, all right, I've sat a couple times. Maybe I'll jump his right hand and see what he does. But, again, that's me defensively and me being up here. For him, it's getting the first step. All right, let me see what I could do. Sit on the first move and then dictate where he's going. And by dictating, putting him in a position where you have help. Now, on the opposite side, let's say just somebody's coming through the lane. Everyone wants to freaking stunt. Stop the ball.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
I stunt.
That would be you two. That would be you guys stunt a lot, and you only stunt knowing that you have a sharp shooter that you damn near know that he's gonna make it. And we all know we don't have snipers that we face where we're like, I can't help because I'm gonna give up a 2.
Oh damn. Okay.
You know what I mean? Because that's the mindset. I won't leave my man out there if I know he's hit a couple and I'm like, if I go help, I'm giving up a 2. Cool, I get it. But if I see one of you two get beat, I'm jumping right in front. I want you to make that pass. Because sometimes we have players that are too aggressive where they're going to try to go over me. And that doesn't plan too well. And then we're going the other way. So for that, I'm like, jump. How many times we played in the summer and they don't shoot at a high clip of makes, but we put a foot in there and then back out and they make a layup. They're anticipating that you're not going to sit in there. So when you do, obviously you defend better. Now you're going to have to go straight up. They're going over the top of you. They're not swinging that ball that way. We're swinging that ball that way because that would be the smart thing to do. Some of these players out there are like, I'm trying to get a bucket.
Oh, all right. That's a different perspective because I stunt. So I'm a stunter, and you know this very well. I stunt a lot, but I stunt and I see it in two ways, right? Two ways, but it's the same. My mind is thinking of two things in the same moment, right? So I stunt because I know, for the reasons you just said, people their mind is to attack. They're not really there to pass. So if I stunt and fumble your train of thought to be like, oh, he's coming my way, let me get this pass, buddy, I'm stunting. So I'm waiting for you to pass. Now I'm going to get the steal.
Yeah.
And then the other reason also why I stunt is if I think you are more dangerous scoring coming in, if I stunt and let's say you don't pass, maybe I stunt makes you stop and shoot. I'd rather you shoot that ball than get the layup because you're probably going to score the layup a little bit more easier than shooting the ball. I didn't see it in the perspective. I never seen it in the perspective that you're explaining. So that's a different. That's just a different.
Well, also you also know, like, you have to know the player at hand. Like,
That's true.
Some players know that you're going to put a foot in and back out, so they're not going to throw the ball out. There was a play where Matt knows that I'm a shot blocker. I stunted on him, right? There was a trailer behind him. I stunted. He easily had the layup. But the thing was, we have freaking 6'5" Kansas City lineman who I can't get off of. Because either way, if I block his ball, it's going to be a rebound and back up. So my only bet is to mentally put him in a situation where that can't happen. So I stunt, fake like I'm going to go block, and I then sway back into the passing lane, and I get the ball, and now we're going this way. That's my only option. Is either he doesn't fall for the stunt and lays the ball up, or I then maybe not block it, maybe distract the layup. Yeah. He misses, and then now it's either way. So my only bet is stunt in that situation. Or let's say I get beat for whatever reason. You're like, all right, I'll stunt to give E time to maybe time this off the glass. That'll be another thing that you do well that I've noticed. Because I'm like, yo, if I get beat, don't worry. Like, let me die. I say it all the time. Yo, let me die because I have a better chance of coming back and getting them at the rim. Mm-hmm. Which you do well is stunt, giving me a chance to now block the ball or get back into recovery where I'm in play. That's another way.
By the way, mentally, I won't say it on camera. I don't want to spill the beans. Mentally, in that position that you were talking about, I think I have you beat. But I'll explain off camera why. I don't want to spill the beans on camera. Okay. Jeff, real quick. Thursday night, we went out, the trio, all right? We went out for some drinks to go watch Thursday Night Football. A conversation came up about my Saturday night that didn't fall through, right? And you made a comment that me and Eli were like, wait, that's not considered a date? So, I don't want to explain the scenario. What I want to do is, what do you consider a date or not a date?
What I don't consider a date is...
Where's your mic?
I'm right here. Oh. What I don't consider a date is I like just going to movie theaters. Like, yeah, you're just sitting there just watching a movie and then you're going home. Like, that's not... You're spending, 2 hours with a person?
Sitting in silence.
Yeah, sitting in silence. Like,
is there anything like other, I guess, non-dates that maybe someone else would consider a date?
I guess maybe like,
because I feel like that one's tough. Because I feel like if you're with a partner, I think it's a date. And I feel like even if it's not a partner, like
change the mic while you're explaining that because I need.
I think even if, let's say it's maybe not the first date, because obviously the first or second date you're still trying to get to know them. Mm-hmm. So I understand maybe that might not be the first place you want to take them, but like fourth or fifth date, I want to check out this movie. Let's go watch it. I'm a type of person that I would love to go to a movie if I enjoy it. If it's a movie I don't enjoy, I'm like not going. But I'm a type of person that also likes being. I like to sit next to him and maybe not have to have a conversation.
Okay,
No,
so you're not considering it a date because there's minimal interaction. You guys are just sitting there for the length of the movie. So to you, it's not considered a date.
no, yeah, I'm the type of person like I need to communicate. Like I need to know.
So the length is not the issue
No, the length
because you
no.
can have a dinner for 2 hours
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
or less.
It's just more on like the talking. Like if you're starting to know the person, like you need to talk to be able to get to know the person.
But now, okay, that's fair. That's fair. But now we're getting into subjective terms. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
like Eli just said, I just like presence.
Yeah.
We could be, scratch the fact that us three are here. I could be here with XYZ and we could just be watching this football game and haven't said a word for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I feel good because I'm here with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's different. Like if it was, for example, like if we're like maybe a year in or maybe a couple months in, 6 more than that, then that's different. But if we're on the talking stage and you guys are not even like a title or whatever the situation is, then that's different.
So what's your ideal, because I want to close this soon. What's your ideal of a date then? Or of a qualifying date?
I mean, probably like a dinner before the movie, and then go watch a movie.
But you're doing both.
Yeah, I'm doing both.
Because you get your, I'm so sorry, because you're getting the talking off in the dinner, and then obviously you guys are just enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would consider anything that has to do with like a physical activity.
Exactly.
Like I feel like bowling would be nice.
Mhm.
I feel like that's pretty cool. Mini golfing.
Something that gets you like active, but also like maybe.
But you know what makes me mad about that? I know someone that doesn't. I'm not. So this is not with you guys, obviously. I know someone that will turn down bowling or mini golf because they're not good at it, and I'm like, and I guess I can understand that, but to me, it's like, yo, bro, I don't give a shit if your bowling average is 40. We're just
Yeah.
here having a fun time, talking. We're making fun of each other, how we bowl, how good or how bad we are in bowling. But okay, yeah, I mean, I guess at that point, because now I'm about to move the goalpost, and because I'm just thinking to myself, I'm moving the goalpost. So I guess it's just subjective at that point. So okay, your ideal date is we're spending time together, but at the same time, we're having conversations, getting to know each other, how your day went, whatever the case may be. And then that's a qualifying date. I won't say ideal, because then now we're getting into different
Yeah.
deep waters.
Like I don't know. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like to not defend, but maybe I do not like roller skating or freaking ice skating. So
Oh, I suck at that. I'll still do it, though.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
But I think it's of like not the fear of falling. Like I hate. I'm big as hell to be falling on my ass.
I'm with you.
That shit
'Cause
hurts.
I'm with you. Now, it wasn't a date. It was someone's birthday. It was
Yeah.
someone's birthday. She wanted to go as a group, me, her, and a bunch of like her friends and stuff like that. It was also during Halloween because her birthday's in October.
Yeah.
So it was at the rink. It was like Halloween themed. So everybody's roller skating, but you're all in costume at the same
Yeah.
time. I, like you just said, suck at skating.
Yeah.
Now, I'm still gonna go because, yeah, listen, you're gonna see me at my lowest point right now because I suck. You're gonna see me fall. I'm gonna be a little pussy. I'm gonna ask for the little the little trolley
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, because I can't skate. But I'm not gonna tell you, yo, because I suck at it. I'm not trying to pick on you. Because I suck at it, I don't want to go. No, listen, we can have the date. That's fine. If you enjoy this, I'll do it with you. Just know, I'm horrible.
Yeah, that one is the only thing I probably wouldn't do. Rather than if anything, if they want to go freaking what is it? Wine and like paint, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
Like I
Paint
would
and sit or
yeah, like I would do that. Like I wouldn't mind.
I love now.
Or making a gingerbread house, like whatever the case may be.
Those are
Like
cool.
I do want to try that paint one, like having a wine and painting. Like
yeah, stuff like that. Like if I'm gonna be like, hey, come, let's go tickets to watch a basketball game, and that's something that like you're really not interested in, but because I like it, you're gonna go. Like I would also make the conscious effort to be like, all right, something that you want to do,
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and do it too.
I'm with that because I've done that. I've gone to, mind you, this was before. I'm not saying I like it. I am a little bit more fond of it now, but I despised country music. Used to. Now I'm a little bit more. You'll hear me listen to it here and there if I like it. But I've went to a country concert because of the partner that I was with loved country, and I said, you know what? Fine, I'll go with you. I have no problem because to me it's not. Listen, yeah, everybody's, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm there like this. I'm like the cool guy. Dun, 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 dun. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in my mind, you're having a grand time. Or whoever I'm with is having a great time because this is what they like. I'm having a good time because I'm here enjoying this moment with you. Also, I enjoy your enjoyment.
Yeah.
I could have the worst night, but knowing that my partner, whoever I'm with, is having a grand time, this also goes back to why females shouldn't ask if you're mad at me.
Yeah.
Right? If I see that you're having a grand time, I'll take the back seat. I don't have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah, like I said, it has to do with you got to compromise sometimes. There's got to be a little, give back.
I've learned in not just in the past relationship, in multiple relationships I've been with, you have to compromise. It's not always going to go your way. I mean, girls now that I've messed around with probably say that I'm different now, but now I'm a little bit more firm. Now I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But whatever. Cool. Let's get in now. Speaking of girlfriends, not a week ago, I think 2 weeks ago, there's been a viral video of Travis Hunter girlfriend having a opposite reaction to the rest of the world, right? Travis Hunter had a phenomenal performance, okay? Phenomenal performance. I think he had like an interception or a touchdown or two with like both offensively and defensively. The whole stadium, not the stadium, the world was like, wow, this is the Heisman winner, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But one of the touchdowns that Travis Hunter scored, I'm just breaking down what happened so you guys understand, right? One of the touchdowns that Travis Hunter scored, sometimes football players, they get into the stand or they interact with the fans, and Travis Hunter interacted with the fans after this touchdown. Unfortunately, I'm going to say unfortunately, obviously it could be however he sees it. Unfortunately, the fans ended up being females.
Yeah.
His partner was not, well, by the way that she reacted, let me not speak for her, she wasn't fond of that. So, at the end of the game, while they're all leaving, everybody's still rooting because Colorado wins. Travis Hunter just had one of the games of his career, right? And the girlfriend was not pleased. And you can see they unfortunately for them, they closed up to their face. You can see Travis like, oh, what's wrong with you? Like, he's like having this conversation like, yo, why are you mad? Like, what's going on? I just had the game of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that being said, I present to you guys. First of all, is she wrong?
Time and place. The wrong place to do it. If you do have a problem with it,
Hold that shit in.
just wait till you get inside.
This goes back to our conversation last week.
Just wait till you get inside. Because yeah, there may be a problem with that, but Travis Hunter's Travis Hunter. He's obviously the money maker. He's gonna, now that's a talk you got to have with him, but in private, because now you have it out in public, and he's freaking Travis Hunter. Cameras are going to be on him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys saw the post interview. He then, after that whole conversation, now, hey, how's the game? Blah blah blah. Like, how you feel about the game? And he's just like stone cold, like, yeah, it was good.
His mind is off.
His demeanor, you're at your all time high.
Now he knows once he gets home
what is gonna happen.
And listen, regardless, you were gonna go through that. But I rather deal with it once I get home than now my entire post-game routine is off because...
Yeah, because that's all you're thinking about. You're like, damn, like I have this situation right now, and you just had the best game. You're on top of the world, and you're having this, and that's more. You're worried about her and her feelings more than what just transpired.
Exactly.
So it took away from the moment, and that it's you saw it in that post game
Yeah.
that he wasn't there. And like I said, you have every right to feel some type of way, but obviously time and place.
Jeffro?
I mean, he touched on everything, but another thing is like, and no offense, it's not until every girl, but some girls they take it to heart that like, in just a moment, for example, like he's in the game, doing everything that he could do, scoring touchdowns, playing great defense, and then he just wants to celebrate. It's not his mind on like,
Yeah,
oh,
for sure.
he's just wanting to flirt with them. Like, no, it's just like in just a moment, like he his mind didn't think of, yo, let me just jump in with the females. His mind is, let me just interact with the fans, and then go back to me playing my game.
He would have done the same thing if they had dicks.
Exactly. So like, most girls like they get jealous, and at the end of the day, they don't realize that when he's done with that football game, he's going straight home with her.
They're getting married. It's like you got to understand. Like, yes, it's a sport, but it's also entertainment.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm not saying he has to freaking dance on the line, but it could have been like you said, whoever's going to be there, he was going to interact, especially after making a play like that.
Exactly.
He's going to interact. He's that good. So for me, I think that you can have your feelings, but at the same time, know who your partner is and how the world views him and what he does on the field. That he has a little interaction with obviously females, but we've also seen him have interaction with guys too off the field. So it's tough.
Yeah. Oh, you guys hit it on the nail. I don't want to repeat what you guys said. Now, the second question. Let's flip the table, but it's you guys. You guys are married to a professional WNBA player, professional soccer player, whatever the case may be. She's over here interacting, and there's
Volleyball.
this buddy.
Yeah.
Whatever, she just spiked the ball for the game-winning point
Fire.
for UConn, okay? She's going in the sideline, and there is a chocolatey gem of a man that she's interacting with. You guys are having the same sentiment?
No. There was a perfect example that I'm gonna bring up. You go to the club, right? Mm-hmm. You're out there. Let's say you're with someone, and obviously because it's tight corners, a guy goes ahead, puts his hands up top, and gets through. But it's like a waiter or whatever, let's say, and it continues to happen. The person tells you afterward, like, hey, this was happening. I wasn't uncomfortable, but I wanted to make sure, like, were you good? And in my head, I'm like, it doesn't bother me. If it made you uncomfortable, I would say something, but someone in the club, all right, grabs a little feel. Papi, I'm safe.
You know why?
I'm good.
Because in the club?
We all fam. So, like, for me, like, stuff like that, in the moment, I'm going to be honest. Go ahead. You're hurt. Like, go ahead. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have your post game and coming back to me. Mm-hmm. I know what that brings.
Caliéntamela.
Yeah, have her ready. Because I'm going to do the job.
I am the closer. I'm Mariano Rivera tonight.
So, stuff like that, you have to, like, you got to know who you are. Mm-hmm. 2, you got to understand your partner in the sense that compared to the normal person,
right,
they are who they are. So I think that plays a part.
I actually been through this. As we know, baby moms is who she is when it comes to the basketball world, especially in this area of New Jersey. So there's been a lot of games, there's been events, there's been wherever we've been where everybody knows who this woman is.
Yeah.
So everybody, now there's this guy that she went to college with. They're having a 30-minute conversation because they're catching up or whatever the case may be. But just like Eli said, I understand. Bro, you scored 1,000 points in high school. You scored 1,000 points in college. You went to the Final Four in college. There's going to be male/females that are going to come up to you because they saw us at the bar, and now they're going to have a 30-minute conversation. Yeah. I'm not going to sit there and be like, whoa, what's going on here? Now, Messi Ray is about to come out. I'm going to joke about it. 2 weeks down the line, maybe we have a slight discussion or whatever. I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that's why Travis the other day spoke to you like that, huh?
Okay, so like
Yo,
I'm messy like that too.
I am too.
It's not. It's all fun and games, and
It's
I
not.
feel
Yes, it's not malicious. I'm
Yeah.
jokey. Now, if I see that it does bother her, I'm gonna have to cut it.
Well,
I'm gonna have
yeah.
to cut the jokes.
I
But
feel like there's a fine line, but that's just that's being guys, because it's not something like if there was an issue, it'd be like we're gonna bring it up.
yeah,
But hey, 30-minute conversation. Hey, what was y'all doing?
I think what, and I might be spilling too much now. I think what I enjoyed is we would play along. Like if I would be like, oh yeah, that's why Travis was talking to you so closely the other day, and I would get hit with like, well, you weren't finishing the job, so
Hey, yeah, the banter, like I don't know, I like
healthy banter.
yeah,
Healthy banter.
like it's good. It's good because I'm gonna be honest, stuff like that kind of keeps you intrigued.
yeah.
You kind of need that. A little check, you get a little check. Like,
It's cool.
all right,
It's
yeah.
fun. It's fun. Cool. All right, we're gonna touch usually on the Patreon episodes. We don't really touch on sports, but we have a lot of topics that we have to actually get into. Even though the main episode came before this, that we have to get into the main episode. Plus, we have a head-to-head
Ja.
that we need to get through, right?
Baby.
So, Eli, you brought up to the attention this week, and then you also brought it up today off camera about this Joe Burrow hate going on, right?
Yeah, man.
Present the situation, your take. The floor is yours, buddy.
Man, it's tough. I saw a lot of First Take when he lost last week, and it's crazy how much hate is out there. And they were saying like he has to be better in those moments of win or lose situations, and it's tough because they're averaging over 30 points. They're losing at 30 points to 35 points. They're losing those games. And there's no way that you go against the Steelers, you put up 37 points and you lose.
Yeah.
And they're putting no emphasis on the defense. They're saying he needs to be better. But like statistically, he has the most yards, most touchdowns, and in a interception, he's at the low. So what do you want? And when you have a guy like Jamar Chase also winning in yardage, what else do you want him to do? Like, there's nothing offensively that he could have done. Well, in that game, he had a fumble. He had this and this and that. Now they're nitpicking certain areas where he could have performed even better. And that's where I want to pump the brakes. Because football, yes, you need your quarterback to perform at a high level. But there's not just a quarterback wins you the game. There's the defensive side of the ball, which they struggle. And two, and you got to think about these punt returns and what they do special teams. Special teams is also a part of the game that everyone puts emphasis on because that's where, obviously, you start the ball at. 3 is the coach. You need all 3 to win.
Yeah.
You look at all the great teams. You look at, you know what I'm saying? You see with Mahomes and why they're winning. You got the coach, you got the quarterback, and you got the defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you look at Golden State when they were winning, they had that. When you look at Boston Celtics, they had the player, they had the defense, and that coach now is growing into being that coach, like almost like Eric Spoelstra. So when you have 2 out of the 3, you can compete, you can win, but there's no reason that I'm gonna blame it solely on my quarterback when my quarterback is statistically having the MVP season.
Yeah.
But the record doesn't show that. So that's my argument. Why are we nitpicking a fumble or an interception because the offensive line is not holding up? How many times we said the offensive line is so trash?
In the past couple of years, almost every game.
So my thing is with him is like, what do you want from him? And we know what he brings to the table. We know that you want to go ahead and give away Mixon.
Yeah.
And you have Brown and
Ford. Is it Ford?
No, it's Brown and Zach Moss. And I'm just like, you took away that, and I'm just like, figure out the offensive line.
Yeah.
And the defensive side of the ball, they haven't been this bad defensively in the first go around.
Well, since they made the Super Bowl.
So I'm just very curious as to why there's so much hate. It's not like, oh, he's underperforming or they're losing games. I'm like, buddy, they should have beat the Chiefs if that flag wasn't thrown. It's just there's certain things that are like very ticky tack to put them like under the ground. That's why I'm upset. Because I'm like, he's playing well. It's not like he's playing like freaking Wilson back when he was with the freaking Broncos. He's not. So that's why I'm upset. I'm like, dude, he's playing top notch freaking football. He's got the number one receiver right now in the NFL. They can't just they can't get a stop. They just cannot get a stop.
Well, you're not wrong, but I do have the answer for you. It's just biasness, and that's what it comes down to. Because unfortunately, we have examples as to why this is biasness, right? It's Joe Burrow. Everybody's probably jealous, or they hate the fact that Joe Burrow, without winning anything, gets a lot of praise. But for what you said, if you look statistically, Joe Burrow's leading the league, if not top 5, top 3 in a lot of the statistical categories. And unfortunately for Joe, which it shouldn't be, is wins and losses are unfortunately a quarterback stat.
Yep.
And it shouldn't be, because for a lot of reasons that you just said. And why I think it's biasness is because if we flip it to the Chiefs, it's always, well, Mahomes did his thing though. They lost because the defense didn't stop the ball in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. But you switch it to Joe Burrow, and it's like, oh, well, he didn't do enough to win the game. Another person that has dealt with this, which is your man, is Josh Allen. Josh Allen, for the last couple of years, probably had the most or averaged the most rushing yards for a quarterback. Yeah, he had interceptions here and there, but he threw for a lot more touchdowns. And it's always like, but Josh Allen's interceptions is the reason why they lose their game. No, buddy. It's because my team scored 32 points, and unfortunately, we allowed the Kansas City Chiefs to score 35. Where the heck is my defense?
Yeah.
I scored well, not just me. My offense scored 32. I need my defense to stop them.
Yeah.
Right? There's also this is actually, unfortunately for your point is great, but there's this little thing. You brought up Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson actually statistically in Denver was phenomenal. Unfortunately for Denver, they couldn't stop a freaking lick.
Yeah, well, it had to be comparison of the two as to why they're in the same.
So,
but yeah,
to answer your question, it's just bias. I think they just pick and choose who they want to praise, who they don't want to praise, who they want to give credit to or not. I mean, we've said for how many years, Jalen Hurts doesn't do that much for him to always get the praise. And this year, I don't want to hear shit this year about this guy being a top 5 quarterback. Because if you take off Saquon Barkley off the Philadelphia Eagles right now, I really want to know what would be their record.
And
he's not even top 5.
But now there's been less noise about Hurts this year, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys have heard, but I can almost guarantee that in the offseason, Jalen Hurts, when they're going to rank quarterbacks, I could guarantee Jalen Hurts is going to be top 3, top 5.
Yeah, he's going to be in the top 5, but my thing is, when you look at who he's played this season, he hasn't played anyone besides Baltimore, and they handled him pretty well.
Yeah.
But look what Saquon did in that second half, and it's partially to do with him. And my thing with these guys is, dude, stop. Like when they go, oh, well, he's comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. But who do we compare Patrick Mahomes to be? We like, oh, he's the GOAT, blah, blah, blah. So are you putting Joe Burrow in that same category? Because then he's not that bad. If you're going to compare Joe Burrow to Patrick Mahomes.
Where I think...
Like, where's the lining on that? You can't say you're going to compare him to Mahomes, but Mahomes is basically the GOAT. And yet, because he's far from, like, beneath Mahomes, he's the worst quarterback. Where's the middle ground?
I think what I really don't like about right now, this era, and people could say I'm wrong. People are not bringing in other attributes or characteristics of their team to defend or support quarterbacks. And this is what I mean. Everybody wants to give Mahomes the praise, but never want to say, well, you do have Andy Reid. Well, you do have top 3 tight ends of the league. Well, your defense was top 2 last year, right? Back in the early 2000s, if Brady lost the game or won the game, it wasn't, well, you have Bill Belichick. Or, well, no, it's, damn, Brady. Brady did it.
Yeah.
Drew Brees did it. Aaron Rodgers, when he was in his prime, did it. Those guys didn't need, Brady knew, yo, bro, my wide receiver core is 28th in the league. I'm still winning this game, though.
Yeah.
No offense to Patrick or Joe or Josh or any of those guys. I don't think they could have done that. Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers. Heck, I even think if Tony Romo was on Dallas right now, Dallas would have at least one Super Bowl. At least one Super Bowl
Oh,
with the teams offensively and defensively. Because last year defensively they were nice.
Yeah.
That
Tony Romo beats Green Bay.
that Dak has had.
Yeah.
We're having a different discussion.
Yeah.
So I don't like going back to the Joe Burrow thing. I don't like that we are just not thinking of all the other aspects of the game when we're trying to rate these quarterbacks.
Yeah, when you really like Joe's top 5. Joe's like if you were to put Joe Burrow with Dallas,
Yeah.
they're winning. You know what I mean? Like that's what I don't understand when they talk so bad about Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I was like, nah, I got to defend him. There's no way I'm gonna just let this slide.
Right.
Go Bills.
Last take for our Patreon exclusive. Guys, are we seeing LeBron James finally meet Father Time? I'm only bringing this up because someone brought this up, right? I don't have an answer to this. I just want to, put it on camera, have a discussion with you guys, because it seems like everyone's now saying, well, it looks like Father Time finally caught up to LeBron James.
You could say slightly, yeah, it has. Like he's like in the loss against freaking the Hawks, dude, man had 35 and 11 and 11. Like he's putting in numbers, but then he had on a stretch where he freaking shot the 3 poorly, had below 17 points in each of those 6 game skid. So it's tough. He can't play 82 games. Right. He said he wanted to. He can't do it. He's got to take a couple days off. He's freaking 39, basically 40 right now. So he's 40 years old. He can't do what he once did. So for me, I'm like, Papi, take the day off here once in a while and then go back in. There's no way you're going to play 82. And you could see it. There's some like he was missing a leg that he had. I'm just like, I see it. It's there. He has to be sharp early. He's not, how he lets the game come to him. Mm-hmm. He, passes, facilitates, and then he goes. Yeah. He's got to go. He's got to go. That's what it is. It's just he can't do what he once did. So, and that's why the Lakers are struggling. And we're struggling, but, bro, I didn't know how much of an impact Austin Reeves was out of the lineup. I got to say that.
Austin Reeves is out?
He's been out for 3 or 4 games now.
He's hurt?
Correct.
Okay.
And it shows that like how much they need him.
Ooh, okay. I can't say. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of Lakers games, so I don't know. But okay, we've been agreeing a lot, so unfortunately, sorry, I'm gonna pick this moment to play devil's advocate, especially with the take that I just had with Joe Burrow because I feel like it's in the same ballpark. When are we gonna stop using the age thing with LeBron? Because you just said, oh, well, he is 39. What do you expect? But then when he scores 40 and they win the game, they're like, wow, bro, and this is from a 40-year-old.
Yeah, it is a double-edged sword when you break. But at this point, no one is saying that. Like, that's the part. It's like everyone is now like, all right, Papi, you're up. Like, I don't care how good you played last night.
Meaning LeBron.
Yeah, meaning LeBron. Like, all right, cool, you had that one good game. Like, can you do that all season? Like, they're still holding him to a very high standard. Okay. They're like the sports media is going to be like, oh, yeah, LeBron at 40. But the people that are analyzing and watching the game are like, you're mid. You're not there. So for me, I'm watching him and I'm like, he shows spurts of like, he still has it, which he does. He still has it. But day in and day out, every game, away game, back to back, like stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, you can see it. He played less defense now. Off ball, he's getting torched. Like you see it out there. Before, he was hiding and he would play and be in the passing lanes. He'll be a pass, chase down blocks, stuff like that. Now he's taking the night off in the corner, bro. And he's getting beat back door. He's letting a lot of defensive stuff happen where before you didn't really care about LeBron doing that because you know what he brought on the offensive end, or he'll turn it on defensively. Now it's like it's day in and day out where he's can care less on defense, and it's all offense, and that's also hurting them because defensively the guards are not good, and it falls back to you to then be that defensive anchor with Anthony Davis, and if Anthony just by himself, it ain't gonna work. So. Yeah, I'm going to call out his defense. It's been atrocious.
Looks like you have something to say.
I mean, I agree on both of you guys. I feel like it is hitting him, but I also feel like he's going to probably continue to get his other son in the NBA.
Oh, you think he says he wants to play, he wants to leave the game at a high level. I don't know if he can wait.
You don't think he's at a high level now?
Yeah, compared to the league, yes, but compared to him, no.
Okay, so that's what I was about to say. That's very subjective. Because subjective seems to be my word today. Because, yes, what LeBron is doing, despite his age, is a very high quality level of basketball.
Yeah.
But it's not high quality level of LeBron basketball.
Yeah.
So he needs to figure out, yo, cool. I got my son in the league. I played a game or two with my son. Or now you need to figure out, yo, what I'm doing right now, is it benefiting my team or is it hurting my team?
Yeah.
Because the amount that they're paying you, okay, the time that you're occupying could be taken by another top player that can help the Lakers either contend or at least make the playoffs. So LeBron, this is why I'm choosing this to be the devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
LeBron has a huge decision to make because we can't be flip-flopping. It has to stop. We can't, when you have a great game, be like, yo, this is a 40-year-old doing this. This is incredible. And then when you have a bad game, well, he is 40 years old. What do you expect?
It's a fine line.
So LeBron has a decision to make.
Do you think he gets traded to Golden State? Golden State is now on a freaking 5 or 6 game skid.
Do I think? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. It is possible. I will say it is possible, but I don't think so. Especially being that they just benched Draymond like the other day or last game or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, he didn't start that one game. I was confused on what happened.
But okay, in closing, yeah, I just think he has a big decision to make. And I listen, LeBron, if this ever hits your algorithms, Bobby, I mean, to me, you already did everything you did once you brought a championship to Cleveland. Everything after that was just a buffer. I think there's a decision you need to make very, very soon. You did enough for the game of basketball. And if you have been on record saying that you want to go out in a high, this might be the highest that you'll be able to go out. So,
yeah, he says this could be his last year or next year could be his last. He's saying he's got 1 or 2 left in the tank. So, to get off topic, not off topic, but I was looking. They play the Knicks January 1st or 2nd. I was thinking about going.
so.
I've never seen LeBron play in person, live in
really?
person, never. So I got a financial decision to make because
Those tickets, Lakers, Knicks, yeah.
Especially
being the Knicks right now are a decent team. Yeah. I could just bet in Madison.
in Madison.
Yeah.
Maddie?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
might just afterpay it. Just afterpay them tickets.
Affirm.
It's something that I might have to
Look into.
Yeah, because I want to see him play. This literally might be it for him.
Okay. Listen, guys, we tackled everything on the board. I don't have anything else. Anything that you guys want to take off that's off your chest that's near and dear? No?
Freaking hit the ball, bro.
You're 0 for 2 now. Or the count is 0 and 2. You're about to strike out, brother. And if you strike out, it's World Series game. Never mind. Let me not bring up Game 5.
Smart.
Listen, that's all what we have for today. Thank you. If you are a fellow Salvaje, thank you for being here, guys. Make sure you guys spread the word. We would like to continue growing our Salvaje community.
Yeah.
That will be it for today, okay? Make sure you guys are safe out there. Make sure you tell someone you love them. We love you guys. We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.